Morning everybody, really good to see you. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Today I want to talk about being in the zone. The zone is what I get into when I'm out photographing, particularly when I'm on my own, and it's just me concentrating on the subject and the landscape itself, and it's almost like meditation. So you're concentrating so much that everything else in the entire world and all your problems kind of disappear. It's a wonderful place to be, the zone. Because I'm on such soft, grassy ground, and I'm going to be doing a long exposure, I'm going to take off my rubber feet and put the spikes in. This will give me a much firmer grip on the land for a longer exposure. There we are, screw those nice spikes in. Yeah, that's really rigid compared to having the rubber feet on. So because there's not much light at the moment, I'm just going to shoot a long exposure because it'll make things a bit more interesting rather than just to have a flat kind of lifeless lighted scene. So I've just shot a 10-second exposure, and yeah, it's better than it would be if it was just a straight shot. So it's easier to get into the zone when you're on your own, but also when there's hardly anyone else around. So I've only seen one other person this morning, which is pretty damn wonderful. And I've come here right to the coast. I'm at Porthcothan, which is south of Padstow, north of Newquay in Cornwall, and it's fantastic. I already feel like I'm in the zone. So just getting one photograph in the bag is wonderful for me. And it's a lot easier to be in the zone when you're using a tripod, because for me, I feel like I can totally relax. Just put the camera down, unwind, have a good look around, take your time, something that beginners just don't seem to do. So if you're a beginner, take your time. Yeah, it's such simple but brilliant advice. I'm still a bit too speedy these days, but so sometimes I need to slow down as well. But anyway, yeah, take your time, relax, unwind, and appreciate all the incredible beauty around us. It's fabulous. It really is fantastic. On a day like this, there's not much light, so I'm using a 10-stop neutral density filter to get long exposures, just to try and get a picture, really. Who cares if I don't get a picture? I'm in the zone. I'm having a great time, and I'm just focusing on the landscape, concentrating on the landscape. So I've got my tripod set up nicely. I'm totally relaxed. I'm in the zone. It's a wonderful place to be. So just imagine the painter comes along to paint a scene like this. Comes along with his easel, totally relaxes, lays out all his oils, and takes maybe 3 or 4 hours just to start on a painting, which he'll probably finish later in the studio. I mean, this is the kind of thinking we have to get into when we're taking landscape photographs. That painter, he's in the zone, isn't he? Get in the zone. I'm not only in the zone, but I'm at my happy place, by the sea, on a beach, with the sun shining. Couldn't get any better. It's like meditation, it really is. Puts you into this place here, the heart. Great place to be. When you're in the zone, you just don't want to come out of it. I'm having such a great time here, and I'm just taking very simple pictures. There's nothing superb going on, but I'm just having a great time, so I don't really care. So I'm in the zone, I'm just focusing on my photography and letting the world disappear. It's a great experience, and I didn't let myself be pulled out of it, even though a bloke with a flipping metal detector going beep, 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 came and stood right next to me. I thought, no, just keep smiling, ignore it. He's gone now, luckily, so back to the photography. The tide's coming in thick and fast here, so I think it might be time to move on, but make sure you get into the zone when you're next out on your landscape photography trips. Put your camera down on the tripod, totally relax, sit back, have a cup of herbal tea, and just take it all in, and you'll see things that you might not see otherwise. In case you're interested, I'm just going to show you what's in my bag. Other photographers seem to do this, so I thought, why not cash in? So, case for the movie camera that you're watching me on now, which goes in there. There's a little tripod stand for the same camera. Obviously my main camera, which is Sony A7R5 with the 100 to 400mm lens, the all-important tripod foot, which without that you'd get shaky shots, 20 to 70 Sony 20 to 70 millimeter Sony lens, get it right, dumbass. Lens hoods obviously for both of those. Discarded lens wipes, which I haven't tidied up yet. Rubber feet, because at the moment you're watching me on spikes on my tripod. So I've got the rubber feet just in case I want to swap back. I've got my Mikey extension tubes, which turn my lenses into a more of a macro lens, which enables me to focus a lot closer without having to carry around a macro lens. It's quite a small bag, really. They're my filters, and if anyone watched my channel before, they know I'm not into filters. So all I use is a polarizer, which I use quite a lot, a 10 times neutral density filter, and a 4 times neutral density filter, and that's all I use filter-wise. Cheap and cheerful, saves carrying it all around. You don't need graduated filters and all that nonsense, honestly. Why carry it all around? Why pay for it and carry it all around? Right, that's my winch over. Spare battery. Right, and in here, I've got spare cards in there, SD cards, and I've got hopefully a business card, because I usually carry some business cards with me just in case I meet anyone. Oh, that's an old one, but anyway, it's got my website address on it. And then in the top part, the most important part of all, this is where I keep my herbal tea. And oh, that's just in case. Let's not go there. So that's what's in the bag. So I had my lunch and came back out again, and I've come somewhere which is usually very popular, which is called Holywell Bay, but I've gone away from the main beach where most of the people will be, and I've come up to the left-hand side of Holywell Beach, and I'm overlooking Carter's Rocks. I think I got out of my zone for a while, And I was just walking up here thinking, I'm pretty tired, why am I doing this again today? But as soon as I got here, I just thought, that's why I've come, because it's just so amazing to be outside all the time, and just, especially when it's not too windy. I mean, it's fairly cold, but not too bad for the end of November. So it's just good to be out and about. And I feel like I'm in my zone already, because I just put my tripod down, pushed the spikes hard down into this soft ground, and now I'm just trying to get a shot. You can see what I've got now. Look. So it's quite a simple shot. It's just some sea carrot skeleton, which is, the dead part of the flowers of the sea carrot on the bottom left, and then the two beautiful rocks called Carter's Rocks over on the right. It's not very promising, there's no light, and I think the light's gone for the day, but it may work in black and white, so I'm going to take it anyway, and I don't really care, because I'm in the zone. I'm enjoying the eternal now. So hopefully you can see there on my screen what I've got. And there's a bit too much foreground and not enough of the main subject for my liking. So I think I need to zoom in a little bit. So how can you get to enjoy the eternal now much more? Well, I think it's good to leave your life, the life you've got at home, or your business, or your family life. Leave it in the boot of your car. If you're American, that's the trunk. Leave it in the trunk of your car, and when you shut the boot, when you've got your tripod out and your camera gear, walk off and leave it in there, and then come back to it later. And then when you get to a place, try and seek out somewhere which has got fewer people. And I love coming to these sort of places, because I can get into the zone straight away, and I'm into my contemplative, meditative, mindful place. And it's a great place to be. I'm pretty sure it makes for better images. I'm not sure I'm going to get any in this video. But does it matter? Not really. Landscape photography is about appreciating beauty, and through that you're expressing love, aren't you? Because you love the natural world. Beauty and love are two of the most important things in life. So I'm out here appreciating the beauty. I'm outdoors, so I'm getting the benefit of, the infrared rays from the sun. Even though it's cloudy, they come through the cloud. And the air is obviously so much better than being inside, unless you live in the middle of Birmingham, that is. So all these things will help you to live in the eternal now. And when you get to a place, I find it, you could probably do it handheld, but I find it a lot easier to do it with a tripod. So put your tripod down, get your camera on it, and just relax. Take a few deep breaths and just look at all the beauty around you. I'm sure it'll make for a better experience, even if, like today, I'm not even sure if I'm going to get any good images. There's that joke about the Dalai Lama, isn't there? The Dalai Lama goes into a pizza takeaway and he says, "Make me one with everything." And I feel like when I come to a place like this and I'm in my zone, I'm in my meditative state, I feel like I am at one with everything. Here's where I was this morning. You can just about see Trevose Head Lighthouse in the centre of the video. Now I'm going to try and do a pan, and it's really not easy to do a smooth pan on this tripod. But I'm going to do my best, and if there's any jerkiness, a lot of it's to do with the YouTube compression and not to do with me. Oh, that bit was to do with me. I need to get a proper video head for this, but I don't really like video heads for doing stills, so sorry for the jerkiness. And that's the island there called the Chick. Beautiful, beautiful place. Just happy to be here, photos or not. So I've come up over the hill now and I'm overlooking two of my favourite rocks, which I've photographed many times. These are called the Cow and Calf, which I expect are named after a whale, not a land cow. And actually this is quite a nice shot. Yeah. I was thinking it's a nice clip, but I think it might make a pretty nice shot. The colours are a bit strange. It's kind of that soft yellowy kind of stuff, which I'm not too keen on. So it may be a black and white shot, but I'm just loving the glinting on the sea. So I definitely want quite a fast shutter speed. So I've got a 1/1500th of a second, and I'm exposing for the sky, but I'm focusing on the cow and calf. I've walked even further around now and I've got a better composition yet again. This is slightly more balanced now because I've got, on the left hand side I've got the cow and calf, and then on the right you can just about see Goodrevy Lighthouse. This is a shot I saw years ago and thought I must come back here and do this. I expected myself to come back and do it on a sunny day, on a clear, fresh, crisp sunny day, where you can really see long distance, but it's actually good visibility tonight, so I'm really pleased about this. I'm Tony Howell. I've been photographing landscapes for 46 years now, and I'm a full-time professional. So do subscribe if you'd like to see more photography related content.